So I've come to the Cambridge Polymer Labs or Institute or whatever it's called. Because I have a quest to get the password for the code defender. So, an umbrella stand. What we got here? Some aluminum.
Welcome to the Cambridge Polymer Labs. Employment opportunities await in the field of scientific research. Shall we begin your application now?
What?
What?
Employment benefits include competitive salary, health coverage, accidental death coverage, and 2 weeks paid vacation. Employment opportunities await in the field of scientific research. Shall we begin your application now?
Sure, the world may have ended, but why not sit at a desk all day?
Sure. The world may have ended, but why not sit at a desk all day?
Let's see what employment opportunities we have available for someone given your qualifications. Due to increased demands for staff in all fields, we have condensed the employment test accordingly. Question 1. Do you possess previous experience with polymer synthesis?
I could bust your chassis open and we can see what polymers you've got in there.
I could bust your chassis open, and we could see what polymers you've got in there.
Calculating test results. I am pleased to offer you the position of security personnel. We look forward to having you chase off interlopers. Would you like the orientation before beginning your work in the labs?
Orientation?
Orientation?
The orientation is intended to provide the new employee with a history of the company to enrich their working experience. Would you like the orientation before beginning your work in the labs?
Sure.
Sure.
Let's get oriented.
Why not?
Wonderful. Please find an open seat, and we will begin the presentation. Please find an open seat, and we will begin the presentation.
Yes, sure. Don't be so
The
pushy.
genesis of Cambridge Polymer Labs lies in the research of a group of brilliant graduate students. John Elwood, Erica Woolham, and Wilfred Bergman met during their time together at CIT. This slide shows them at their graduation. Their research into nucleostrictive and piezoelectric
I don't
polymers
see a
caught
slide.
the attention of Colonel George Kemp in the fall of 2073. In the spring of 2074, the company was founded with a generous grant provided by the Defense Experimental Research Project Initiative. The research produced here has resulted in several of the components used in the Liberty Prime project that led to the successful defense of Anchorage. The company enjoys a strong relationship with the military and welcomes your addition to the research team that helps build a better America. Please follow me to the research lab so that you may begin your work. Complimentary beverages are provided for employees. Please label any food or cigarettes you leave in the break room.
Cigarettes again. I don't smoke. And I appreciate it if you don't smoke around me. I'm still waiting for my slideshow. I wanted to have some entertainment, you know, a movie and popcorn. I mean, it's the apocalypse. That's a rare thing. What do we got in here? Is this the potty? Oh, yes. Let's take those. Scrap skull. Alright, let's just look around.
Here is your security uniform and flashlight. Please take a moment to dress in your proper work attire and follow me into the clean room.
and upstairs even. Let's have a look around before we... I've fallen. Try upstairs again. This time not fall through the floor. I like looting things. Yeah, a locked door.
Yes.
Alrighty. Fusion core. Bunch of cans. A ham radio. Surgical journal. Permanently inflict +2 limb damage. Yes, I'll take that. And we have a director's terminal. Look around some more. Okay. Clean room. Security lockdown currently in effect. Release security. Lockdown. All systems normal. Personal logs. Call from Kemp. Just got a very strange call from Colonel Kemp. He asked what the status on the project was, and when I explained that we were still behind schedule, he didn't seem angry like he normally would. All he said was it was very important that I keep the team working in the lab today, and that I contact him as soon as the project was complete. It almost feels like he was trying to tell me something, but I can't imagine what. It was a warning. He was trying to warn me. They hit us with a nuke. The lab was built to withstand nearly anything but a direct hit, but the EMP has blown out all external communications. I told the team that there are training maneuvers going on around town, but I don't know how long they're going to buy that. I need to find a way to get a hold of Colonel Kemp and see if they can extract us to a safe location. Even if I can't find a working phone somewhere, I'll never be able to get through. Maybe if I can get a hold of a ham radio, I can try to reach them on an open channel. We have to finish the project. There are looters everywhere and people fighting in the streets. I managed to find a radio and some supplies, but I caught a stray bullet in the shoulder on my way back. Between that and the radiation sickness, the past 36 hours have been hell. I finally managed to find the right frequency and get through to a military liaison, but he said that Kemp had left orders that they could only spare an extraction team for assets vital to war effort. If we try to have him get us out without the project completed, he'll have us executed for treason. I have to keep them in the lab. We have to finish the project. Can't hold out much longer. There's been a problem with the reactor. The shock wave from the initial blast must have cracked the containment lining because there's a growing leak showing up on the detectors in the lab. To make matters worse, Will has been trying to hack into the administrative controls. I've been working to keep him out, but I think the wound in my shoulder may be going septic, and I don't know how much longer I can hold out. Erica, please read. Erica, I'm sorry. I know I haven't been the best husband, but I've done everything I can to try to protect you since the attack. If you're reading this, I hope it's because you finished the project and can use the radio to signal for extraction. I can't hold out any longer. Internal mail relay. User J. Elwood signed in. E. Elwood Woodlum, are you there? Elwood Woodlum, are you there? John, are you there? I can't see you moving in your office and we can't wait any longer. He's going to trigger the automated defenses if we don't do something. We've managed to get into the crawl space and are going to try to take him by surprise. Despite everything that's happened, I want you to know that I still love you. Erica. Bergman, I'm getting us out. I'm getting us out of here, you son of a bitch. Do you hear me, John? You may have had the connections to get this company started, but I was always the better hacker. If you don't release us, you'll leave me with no choice but to trigger the automated defenses. We'll have to fight our way out, and Erica may be hurt in the process. Is that what you want? Elwood Woodlum. He's locked us out. I've got the thermal problem solved, but we need the samples to produce a prototype. Will's barricaded himself in a lab and has locked us out of the isotope containment. I've told the others what's going on and they hate us for it, but they see this is the only way out right now. We need you to get back control so we can finish the project and get out of here. Signed, Erica. Confidential. John, I don't know if we can do it. We've been working on the problem for weeks and not been able to find a way to prevent the nanoweave from falling apart under the strain of use. Even if we find a solution, it may take us days to program the new dosing pattern. And I don't know if I can cover this up that long. Even if I can, I don't know if it's right for us to make that decision. Some of them have families out there, and shouldn't they have the choice to try to protect them? And then the final is a deleted... Oh, deleted mail logs. Backups cannot be restored at this time. Stokes, you bastard. Franklin, what's going on out there? Goodman, you can't keep us locked in here. Reed, what you're doing is illegal. Harvey, you need to get home to my kids. Goodman can't call out of the lab. So if I type in... No, I can't type in anything. Okay. Let's look up here. Telephone, typewriter, an ammo box.
Nice.
Ooh. Cap's stash. Pre-war scram. Alright, and then this goes down into the movie room. The projector room. What's that over there? Oh, that's the wheel of the dolly. Okay, so now Nuka-Cola Quantum. Alright. So fountain. That was a bad thing to do. They gave me some rads. So let's see, we got Boston Bugle, used oil can, some soap, a stim pack, buff out. Camera. Right away. Cigar box. Showers. I thought the robot told me to put on a clean suit, but I'm not seeing a clean suit.
The research staff will greet you on the other side of the clean room. Thank you for your attention, and welcome to the team. Please enter the clean room. I have been instructed to inform you that Director Elwood has issued mandatory overtime due to uncompleted milestones. Consequently, staff will not be allowed to leave the labs until the piezonucleic lining project has been completed. Please report to the project lead, Dr. Elwood Woolham, for specific research assignment. Starting decontamination sequence.
Really? You didn't let me in there.
I have been instructed to inform you that Director Elwood has issued mandatory overtime due to uncompleted milestones. Have you completed the research on the piezonucleic lining project?
What am I supposed to do?
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
Perhaps you could begin by familiarizing yourself with the current state of the research. The console at your workstation should provide access. Have you completed the research on the piezonucleic lining project?
I'm not sure where to begin.
I'm not sure where to begin.
Please see Dr. Elwood Woolham for project assignment.
Well,
I have been instructed to inform
get
you
out
that
of the
Director
way.
Elwood has issued mandatory overtime.
Huh.
Due to uncompleted milestones. Have you completed the research on the piezonucleic lining project?
Whatever, you stupid robot. I'm working on it.
I'm working on it.
Please see Dr. Elwood Woolham for project assignment.
Right. Clean room terminal. Clean room terminal. Alright. Okay. Let's check out Erica's terminal. I heard a feral. Alright. Nuclear restrictive lining project. Project thesis. Initial studies have led us to hypothesize that by taking a known piezoelectrical material, lead zirconium titanate, PZT, and properly applying a polymer of gold and lithium hydride, that a localized conversion of ionizing radiation to electrical energy might be achieved. This method of compact energy harvest may prove suitable for application to pre-existing power armor currently in use by the U.S. Armed Forces. Okay. PZT. Okay. Thermal dissipation. Initial tests proved that the methodology is sound. Radioactive energy harvest is 15 times higher than current automotive fusion engines. Unfortunately, there are still problems that we need to overcome. The ionic excitation in the gold that produces the harvestable electrons also create a buildup of thermal waste. The heat is not substantial from a macro perspective, but due to the low shear modulus, the gold suspension in the nanoweave starts to break down quickly under extended use. We're going to attempt to change the dosing pattern on the gold to produce thinner strands through the material. The increased surface area should help dissipate the thermal energy, much like a heat sink. Tensile strain. The newer dosing patterns have been successful at dissipating the heat generated by the reaction. We've taken a slight hit to the harvest efficiency, but extended the static material lifetime from a matter of days to several years. While this is, from our perspective, already a successful experiment, the project parameters require a flexible lining that can be applied to power armor. It seems we underestimated the tensile strain the armor produces, and the thinner gold weave in the material ends up shredding, so to speak, under the heavy use. Colonel Kemp was less than pleased and threatened to pull the funding if we can't produce the promised results. So we need to go back to the thicker weave and find a different way to solve the thermal dissipation issue. Trapped. We've been trapped in the lab for days now, and tensions are running high. The team is fractured and falling apart. They don't know what is going on outside and have started making attempts to escape the lab. While I was sleeping, they managed to get a hole through the thinner interior wall of the clean room, but have been unable to break through the hardened outer wall. Will started talking with some of the others about going at the problem from a more oblique angle, which got me to thinking about the thermal dissipation problem when it dawned on me. If we change the dosing pattern so it isn't producing nanoholes perpendicular to the surface, but instead at an angle, we might be able to reflect the most direct radioactive particles and trapping only those coming in at an oblique angle to the material. We would achieve a lower energy harvest, but the heat dissipation issues might be solved. Tom, Mary, and I are going to gather the samples needed to try it. We're so close. We've been unable to gather the samples needed to try the new dosing pattern. Will has locked himself in one of the labs and has been attempting to hack into the administrative systems. When we try to get the U-238 we need from the isotope containment, he locked it down, leaving Mary stranded inside. He said he's going to set the facility defense systems so that it looks like the lab has been breached. This will unlock the clean room, but will also activate the automated defenses which will see us as attackers. He means to fight his way out, but that's suicide. He's the only one in the lab with military training, and we don't even have real weapons. I've tried to tell him that we can complete the project, that we have the answer now. But he refuses to see reason and doesn't believe John will actually let us out. We've managed to pull down part of the ceiling in C1, which will get us into the utility crawl space. It can't get us out, but it should be able to get us above the lab Will has barricaded himself in. I don't like it, but we have to get the drop on him. Okay. Gosh, it was boring reading all that stuff. Isotope sample, okay. Unidentified sample. Chemical reagent. Polymer coating applicator, okay. Apparently I'm waking up the dead. Life preserver. Hazmat suit. Okay. Unknown sample. Okay. wonder how dangerous that is. That electrical cord hanging down. I wonder if it can hurt me or if it's just, you know, for looks. What kinds of laboratory equipment here? And it's more of the unidentified sample. More sample. Isotope containment terminal. Okay.
Yes.
Security door control. Open door. And more undead are being awoken. Around here. Radiation. Aha. Okay, I'm gonna look upstairs before I go. Oh, it says radiation. What were they doing in here that they have bodies around here, you know? I could do without that beep, beep, beep. Ooh, a safe. Well, I should end this episode. And I will continue this in the next one. Hope you have enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.